日付を英語で言うのが難しいと思いませんか？例えば外国人の友達に遊ぼうってなったら日程の話になりますよね。でもそうなって日付を伝えようとすると、何をどの順番で言えばいいのか？
1995年4月13日朝10時 in English. Go!
I need a memo.
No, that's cheating.
Well, don't worry. 皆さんこんにちは、朝です。今回のレッスンでは英語の日付の自然な言い方を一緒に学びましょう。よろしくお願いします。If you want to just learn the rules of how to say dates in English, well, that's pretty easy. You can just research online and find an article and learn it really quickly. But just because you know the information in your mind doesn't mean you can use it in the real world in a real conversation. And you know, this channel, the IU-Connect YouTube channel, is all about you not just learning English, but using it in the real world. And so today, we're not just going to be learning information, we're going to be building that English sense together. So in today's video, we're going to do these things. 1. 英語の日付の言い方と書き方の基本的なルール。2. あなたの理解度を確かめるためのちょっとしたテスト。3. 生の会話で実際に使える感覚を身につけるための練習。And by the way, this is also lesson 56 in the Yasatan book. So when you're done with this lesson, you can open up to lesson 56 in the book and you can practice a bit more. All right, now let's look at the basic rules for saying dates in English. And as an example, we're going to be using 2023年3月15日の水曜日朝9時. We're going to be using this as an example for you to really understand. In English, the most important information comes at the beginning of the sentence. In Japanese, it comes at the end of the sentence. So things tend to be in the opposite order. And when you say dates, it's no different. In English, when you say a date, the general order tends to be 曜日、月、日にち、年、時間. So 2023年3月15日水曜日朝9時 becomes Wednesday, March 15th, 2023 at 9 o'clock. 朝なんで日にちの前に月が来るの？日本語と逆になるはずなのに。と気になってるでしょ？ No, you weren't, but okay, well, let me tell you the reason anyways. It's strange that except for the month and the day position, it's the exact opposite of Japanese, right? So why does that happen? Well, I thought about it and I realized something very interesting. You know, actually, this is a fairly modern way to say dates. There's actually an older, more formal style of saying dates in English. And what's that style? Wednesday, the 15th of March, 2023 at 9 a.m. Did you notice the difference? In this case, the day comes before the month. So it's yobi, hinichi, tsuki, the opposite of Japanese, right? Like I said, this was probably the original way to say it, and it kind of makes sense. So why don't English speakers say it this way anymore? Native speakers always want to simplify things. And so in a lot of cases, instead of saying nani nani of nani nani, you just get rid of and you switch the order. For example, the food of Japan becomes Japanese food. The car of my family becomes my family's car. And that's what's happening here. People are saying it in an easier way. They don't need to say it in a more complicated way unless they're trying to be formal.
All right, Natsumi, I will meet you on the 14th of April, 2023.
なんでそんな丁寧な言い方なの？
まあ、そうだね。
All right, that's fine if you want to say the whole date. But what if you don't want to say the whole thing? You just want to say the hinichi and the yobi, like 15日の水曜日. In that case, what should you say? In that case, you just say Wednesday the 15th. That's it. You just take out March or of March and you're there. It's pretty simple, right? One thing to mention is that the time always comes at the end of the date. You say the date at and then the time. Now, I don't know why, but that's just the rule.
Hey, Natsumi, let's hang out.
Okay. Are you free on March 15th at 10?
Yeah, sure, let's do that.
All right, we learned the rules of how to say the date, but what are the rules for writing the date? Now, if I'm honest, this is pretty confusing because depending on what country you're in, what region you're in, the format of the date is different. To help us imagine this better, let's look at the dates in the format of a pyramid. I'm going to put up a picture here for you to see it. If we imagine the time segments as a pyramid, at the very bottom, the widest base is going to be the year because the year is the biggest. Then after that is the month because that's the second biggest. And then the day is the smallest at the very top, right? And in Japanese, when you write the date, you follow this format, right? So at the beginning, you say 23/3/15, right? Well, in Europe, it's the opposite. If you're in England or in other countries in Europe or that came from Europe, well, then it's the opposite order. You first write the day, then you write the month, and then you write the year. So it would be 15/3/23. And that's fine. You just turn the pyramid upside down, and then you have the same order, right? But what about in America? Well, in America, people love to be different. I don't really know why, but they love to be different. And so the date is actually different. You first say the month, then the day, and then the year. So it would be 3/15/23. It's times like this when I think, why American people? Depending on the region, the format of writing is different, but they all look kind of similar. It's really confusing when you travel abroad a lot of the time. I know for me, as someone who went between Europe and America a lot, I always had trouble with the date. When I saw 12/9/98, wait, was that December 9th or was that September 12th? Especially when you're writing in forms and you have to put in your birthday, right? But my birthday is August 8th, 8月8日, 88, so I never had that problem. Lucky da ne. Okay, so now we looked at the rules, but how well do you understand that? Let's test that together in 3 simple tests. I'm going to give you the date in Japanese, and you're going to think about how to say it in English and how to write it in English. Are you ready? So the first date is 2024年5月2日の木曜日夜8時20時ですね。So how would you say that in English? I'll give you 5 seconds to think about it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In speaking, it would be Thursday, April 2nd, 2024 at 8 p.m. Now, if you were to write it, it would be 5/2/23, and then you'd write 8:00 p.m., just like that. All right, ready for the second test? It's 1998年9月の8日朝9時です。How do you say that in English and how do you write it in English? I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. September 8th, 1998 at 9 a.m. And if you were to write it, it would be 9/8/1998. 900, just like that. Are you ready for the third test? The third test is 2日の木曜日夜8時20時ですね。This is kind of complicated, right? How would you say this in English? Let's think together. I'll give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thursday the 2nd at 8 p.m. Now, this is something you would say when you're making plans with someone to meet up, right? Now, what about writing? Well, in this case, there's such little information. There's not a specific way to write it. You would just write it out the second or 2ND, and then in parentheses, Thursday or THUR, and then you'd write 8 p.m. at the end. All right, now we tested your comprehension. Let's get into practice to start to build this sense. The key is we're going to build up to a long sentence, but we're going to start small and we're going to add in one piece bit by bit until we get into the long section, until the long sentence. I'm going to give you 2 sentences. So the first one, let's pull up the screen. The first one is, are you free Wednesday? 次は Are you free Wednesday the 11th? 次は Are you free Wednesday May 11th? 次は Are you free Wednesday May 11th, 2023? で、最後に、Are you free Wednesday, May 11th, 2023 at 5 p.m.? Now, this last sentence is not something you'd use in everyday conversation, but it's very useful to help you build up to be able to say dates naturally in English. So let's do this in order together. Are you free Wednesday? Are you free Wednesday the 11th? Are you free Wednesday, May 11th? Are you free Wednesday, May 11th, 2023? Are you free Wednesday, May 11th, 2023 at 5 p.m.? And you can always reverse this and practice more in the video. Now let's get into the second sentence we're going to practice. Same thing, we'll start off very slow and we'll build up to a longer sentence. Let's look at that together. Wanna hang out? Let's meet. Wanna hang out? Let's meet on Friday. Wanna hang out? Let's meet on Friday at 3 p.m. Wanna hang out? Let's meet on Friday the 11th at 3 p.m. Wanna hang out? Let's meet on Friday, March 11th at 3 p.m. Wanna hang out? Let's meet on Friday, March 11th, 2023 at 3 p.m. All right, let's practice this together. Are you ready? Go! Wanna hang out? Let's meet. Wanna hang out? Let's meet on Friday. Wanna hang out? Let's meet on Friday at 3 p.m. Wanna hang out? Let's meet on Friday the 11th at 3 p.m. Wanna hang out? Let's meet on Friday, March 11th at 3 p.m. Wanna hang out? Let's meet on Friday, March 11th, 2023 at 3 p.m. And like I said, if you want to practice more, you can check out Yasatan lesson 56 for more practice on this topic so you can really develop that sense. Alright, 今回のレッスンではかなり実用的に英語を学べましたね。でもやっぱりほとんどの方は英語をたくさん学ぶのに、いきなり外国人と対面するってなると、頭が真っ白になって言葉が出てこなくて、なかなか話せないんですよね。具体的にどうしたら英語を学ぶだけではなく、生の世界で実際に話せるようになるんでしょうか。そのためには無料ガイドをお届けしたいと思います。この無料ガイドでは、あなたがこういうことを学びます。まずは日本人がなぜ英語を学んでも話せないのか。あと、英語を実際に話せるようになるための鍵と、外国人といつでもどこでも気軽に話せるようになるためのたった一つの方法を学べます。For more information, you can click up here or you can get it in the description box below this video. As always, enjoy your English adventures. 一緒に世界とつながりましょう! See you next time!
I need a memo to remember the dates and the time.
It's okay, it's okay. Natchan, why American people?
What?
Huh? Alright, Natchan, so tell me how to say 2023年3月15日 in English. Go!
March 15th, 2023.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.